City Connection live in your area. Bringing the spotlight to the urban scene throughout Hampton Roads. I am Victorythegod.
All eyes the general.
Broadcasting live from Virginia, 757. Follow us on Instagram, The City Connection Live Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, The City Connection Magazine, www.thecityconnectionmagazine.net. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The City Connection Magazine. Connecting the city, 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 connecting the city.
What's moving? The City Connection live in your area. Bringing the spotlight to the urban scene throughout Hampton Roads. I am Victorythegod. Today is Juneteenth. A celebration. A major celebration. A celebration of freedom, justice, and equality for the black families here in America and throughout. Today is a special day. It's a day of coming together. It's a day for unity. It's a day of peace and harmony. It's for the man, it's for the woman, and it's for the child, the sun, moon, and stars. Today we have a special guest, and I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. And she's had this movement going on out here at Northside Park, the Juneteenth Fest. And this is the third year right here, 3 years strong, And it was a beautiful turnout. The children had a great time, good food, good drinks, and good fun, big fun. I'm going to let her introduce herself without further ado.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Brittany. On social media, I'm Catastrophic B. CEO and founder of the Blackout Cookout, giving black to the community. I thought it was important for us to, focus on local black businesses and just shed light on some of the things that we go through, to bring awareness to mental health and the importance in circulating a black dollar and things of that sort. And, just coming out and having a good time and proving the stereotypers wrong, basically. Showing them that we can come out, we can have a good time, we can celebrate and still conduct ourselves.
So, what brought your attention to Juneteenth, and what was the inspiration? Like, what did that flame come from?
It had recently become acknowledged as a holiday, I want to say 3 years ago. And I think I had maybe heard about it possibly a little bit before that, and I was enraged because I just couldn't believe that it wasn't something that I had learned from family members. It's almost like they weren't even aware of it. It wasn't I don't know, it's almost like it just hasn't received the acknowledgement that it has deserved. So after it became they wanted to acknowledge it as a holiday. One of my friends called me and just said yo, we should get together and we should have a cookout. And from there, I thought it was a great idea. I got with them. The city responded to it well, and we got together and we brought the businesses together and we did it, and it's been great.
Thank you so much. So, let me ask you something. Being a black woman out here in America and embracing the struggle and understanding the importance of freedom, justice, and equality, what do you feel is the correlation between mental health and Juneteenth?
I mean, Juneteenth is the day that slaves were freed. I mean, I can't even imagine the things that they experience as far as the mental, abuse and just the weight on their mental. And mental health is really a major thing. And I would say within the black culture, I would say it's kind of brushed under the rug. When you tell people that you're suffering from mental health, unless it's very extreme, then people kind of don't take you serious. And I just wanted to acknowledge it on all levels, whether it's minor, whether it's extreme. I think in a way we all kind of suffer mentally. Things weigh on us mentally, physically, emotionally, And I just wanted to acknowledge that, because just because you're caring for your mental health doesn't mean that it's like something wrong with you or you have a disease. It's just things that's going on in the world that weigh in on our mental, and it's just important to take care of yourself. And I want to talk about it more so that people aren't afraid. Sometimes when I go to people and I talk about mental health, everybody's like, "Well, I'm good. My mental health is good." And it's like, it doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. I'm a mental health counselor, and I still want to care for my mental health. So I just want it to become a thing so that we can all just acknowledge it and not be afraid to talk about it.
So, and that's definitely, a plus for our community to be aware. This is not a minus, because a lot of people are intimidated of the topic of mental health. Mental health does not mean weak or intimidated or anything of that nature. Mental health is just the health and conditioning of your thoughts and thinking patterns. You understand? It's just like your physical health, because if we focus on the physical health without the mental health, then we're not in balance. We're incomplete. Our lifestyle is not complete because the mind controls the body. You know what I'm saying? So, it's very important to be aware. So let me ask you something. What are some of the issues that are currently affecting the community that are also affecting you? Because you are the community, and the community is what? You, right? So what are some of the issues that are affecting the community that concern you the most?
Let me see some issues that affect the community. Police brutality. It's like, that's a little tired now. It's just to the point where I'm just tired of it. Like, I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of seeing it. I just wanted to stop. I don't even understand how it's acceptable or how it's even become normal. And honestly, I'm grateful for social media, because I think it's been going on. But before social media, we just didn't know about it. If a police officer was to kill someone in Idaho, the residents of Idaho or that city in Idaho may know about it. But now it's like something can take place across the country. And with social media, we can all become aware of it. So definitely police brutality is an issue. It's another issue. Just lives being lost in general. It just seems like just now it's just scary. I just want people to just understand that it's not worth it. I don't know. You got to give me some examples of some other issues. I can't really.
But currently, there's a lot of violence amongst the youth right now. Some people say that it's caused by rap music or hip hop music. Some say it's coming from the the TV or the televisions, as some would say. It's a spike in crime right now. We are entering into summer. We're a couple of days away from summer. And a lot of people say when it gets warm, the violence like to spike in the communities and things of that nature. So I'd like to know, are some of these issues, what's your take on some of these issues, and how did creating this wonderful celebration that you have put together combats that issue?
Definitely with the youth, it's just scary. I guess I kind of want like better role models. This youth, the new generation is different, and I've even worked as like a substitute teacher, and I honestly think it's about the leaders, and it's the role models and people that you look up to, and I just think it's just not enough involvement. Something has changed. I don't know what it is, but just like, it's scary. And like I said, I think more people need to step up in the community and do their job. And if we all work together, like they say, it takes a village. I think we need to kind of get back to that, like allowing everybody to step in and be involved. It's hard to do it by yourself. And I just think when we all work together, then we can really move forward. And like you said, the music is a big thing. Music is very influential. I can listen to a song about, sadly, I listen to music that talks about murder and drugs, but I know who I am, and it doesn't impact me in that way where it's going to make me, change or go out and kill somebody, or, it might send some energy my way that I might, have to deflect later on. But I think with these new kids, I don't know. And then you hear about this like, oh, all this capping and all that. And I just think now it's like they really showing you that they really about it. And the thing about it is these artists sometimes they're in character mode. Like sometimes, they talk about this, they storytelling. They're not really, I'm about to pull up on an op. They're not necessarily about to really do that. But I think these kids are so into the music and they live by it that it becomes a reality for them. And they feel like they got to actually follow it when the person that's speaking it to them and influencing them is just making music and just kind of following a trend. So I do think that like they're kind of taking it seriously. I don't think they really understand that some of these artists are characters. And so even some of the stuff that they're putting out isn't even real life for them. Like, if it's your real life and that's really what you believe, then I get it. But, when you just like storytelling and a person follows behind you, then it's just kind of a sad situation.
Now, in regards to mental health and the youth, where do you see, what are some of the triggers that you are aware of that are triggering their mindsets? I'm not sure if you actually counsel some of the youth or, as far as in that aspect or just from your observations being in the mental health field, what are some of the triggers you think, what are like the top triggers? Because I know there's more than one trigger that can trigger. As far as this, as far as the mental health issues, as far as the thinking patterns, what's triggering them into this anger and to this emotion and these things of that nature? What's the triggers?
I would say a lot of it is like trauma, like unaddressed trauma. Like a lot of us have trauma that we don't even like know about or we don't even acknowledge. So I think it's about the upbringing, things they've experienced. Sometimes you deal with like problem children. Like I've worked as a substitute teacher and a youth counselor out in New York, and you have like those problem kids, and they're just viewed from a lot of people as like a problem. And it's just like I think even as like adults, we have to like step in and kind of like look into that because everything is for a reason. Every action has like a influence to it. So I really think like childhood trauma, it's weird, but like pride is a thing. Even like embarrassment. Like I've seen a lot of kids like do things out of embarrassment. I've seen kids do things that they don't want to do because it was other people in the room. I guess maybe like trying to like teach our kids like to not be prideful and they just have to like better channel the anger, but just to not feel embarrassed or not feel like compromised because there's a lot of people in the room. Like be yourself no matter what. Even if it's other people in the room who may disagree with how you responded, you just have to stand in who you are. And I think it's just easily to be moved. Like, peers are very influential amongst other peers. And I just think it's a lot. Like I said, it's the village, it's the upbringing, it's the parenting. And you can't let up. Like, you can't kind of step in sometimes. Like, as a parent, it's like, well, I'm not a parent. But I would say, like, as a teacher, it just seems like you just have to be consistent. Consistency seems like a major thing. Like, if you're not consistent with the child, like, I've had problem children that I've dealt with, and I've kind of helped them, like, direct themselves or redirect themselves. But when you're not consistent, and a lot of people in their lives aren't consistent, then I think it just gets to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't even want to hear you out. They kind of shut down. So I think, it's that.
Yeah, that was peace right there, What is a message you can give to the young ladies out here that have observed Juneteenth for the first time and who were unaware, who was out in the streets or whatever, who went through whatever struggles, whatever struggles it may be? What advice do you have for them?
You said for the young women, right? Okay, so for the young women, I would just say embrace who you are. Just like embrace who you are and always like work on becoming a better person. Like you can never be too good. Always work to be better. Be kind. It doesn't matter who the person is. I've learned a lot from that. It doesn't matter how useful they can be to you, how beneficial you see them. Just be kind and spread love. Forgive. And put your foot down too and set boundaries and know what you deserve. Well, I guess it's hard sometimes when you kind of, go off of what you know or your experiences in life. But I would just say, like, just always strive to be a better person. Talk to people as an outlet, Even even if it's therapy, whatever it is, like just all work to become a better person. None of us are perfect, you know, and just be understanding.
That's peace, Bree. Thank you so much for coming out today, and thank you for inviting me to your program. It's a beautiful program you got going on for the youth. The mental health program is beautiful. Um, Mental health awareness is definitely um, something that's needed for our community, needed for black communities all throughout the United States. Juneteenth, bringing awareness to Juneteenth, bringing together people from all walks of life out here to Northside Park today was a beautiful thing. And thank you once again for coming out.
Thank you so much for having me, giving black to the community.
For people who trying to find you on your platform, give them, and for those who might be just tuning in, introduce yourself again and tell them how they can find you.
Okay. Yes, y'all. My name is Brittany Stanfield. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. My social media Instagram is Catastrophic B. I'm on Twitter. It's Catastrophic B as well. And yeah, you know, that's where you can find me. You know, go to my page. Oh, matter of fact, for the Blackout Cookout, I have an Instagram that's focused just on the Blackout Cookout at the period Blackout Cookout. You can get more information. You can stay we'll keep you updated on what we're doing and the events that we're throwing. And yeah, you know, yeah.
Thank you very much. Peace, love.